All right, guys, we're going to talk about this Canopy Wake 1 launch series watch. Before we do, I want to show you the box that it comes in because they knocked it out of the park with this thing. Piano black, has a nice indent here for you can open it up nice and easy, and has a good hinge system, nice pillow here, and because it's a limited edition, they actually put the number in the box as well as on the watch. So very cool packaging. Just wanted to point that out real quick. Let's get into the watch. So Canopy. So Canopy is a company that was started by Macklin and Ross. They're both watch enthusiasts. They started in 2020. It takes a while to get these projects up and running when you're not just doing off-the-shelf parts. This is a designed watch, so it's their watch, right? Which they do have a designer that works on staff as well. You can click on their website. I'll put a link down below in the description. You can check out their story. So they're both watch enthusiasts. So it's kind of like an enthusiast-built watch company and model. And I think it'll, for the most part, come across when we take a closer look. So case on this is 39 millimeter. The lug to lug is 46. Thickness 12.8 millimeter. It does have a double dome sapphire crystal with AR coating. 20 millimeter lug width. This very nice bracelet tapers down to 18 millimeter. You have a full milled out clasp. Simple fold over double pusher, and then it has an on the fly micro adjust here that you can utilize. Very good, clean design. Sapphire display crystal on the back side as well. Still a 200 meter water depth rating on this thing with a screw down crown that is 6.5 millimeter, and then you have 120 click bezel action. I've handled a few watches. I think I feel ceramic ball bearings in there. I could be wrong, but I think we have ceramic in there. The other thing I like, and I've noticed on a lot of other watches that I'm drawn to when they do this, and this one's pretty subtle, you have to catch it in the light just right, but you can kind of see the reflection there. When they do this metal ring on the inside here, I just like that. I don't know why. It's just me. But the bezel insert on this, if we zoom in, we can get a closer look, is forged carbon. So it gives it kind of like a nice swirl pattern if you catch it in the light just right. Almost has like a marble look to it, but it's a forged carbon. As is it's much harder to see, but the insert on the crown is actually forged carbon as well. Excellent finishing on this, to the point where I was talking to the owner that it almost looks like a brighter steel, but it's just the way they finished it with the brushing, definitely on the bracelet. And then they polished the leading edge on when you fold them. So the way it reflects light, it just looks brighter to me for some reason. And check out the profile on those links. They just kind of ramp up a little bit. It gives it a nice light reflection when you're wearing it. The crown also kind of sticks out a little bit. That makes it easier to grab. It is still a nice screw down crown, easy to operate. The Sellita SW200-1 movement inside here, which I think has a custom rotor on it. We'll take a look at the back here in a minute. But then on the front side, you have your date at the 6 o'clock. You have a nicely framed, black framed minute and hour hand, and then seconds hand tipped with a red arrow. The indices are also all framed in black. And then they're all filled with C1 lume. So I don't know why they went with C1 lume. I think maybe that was just what they had access to when they were constructing this. C1 is fine. We're just used to, with micro brands, seeing like these crazy formulas that are super intense. C1 is still pretty long lasting. It's just not as intense up front, but it should last a decent amount of time. I think future models, they'll probably switch over to a different blend, but this launch series does have C1. Nice texture to the dial. Pretty clean with the text as well. Canopy Wake 1 20 Atmos. Take a look at the case back here. Yeah, you have a custom black rotor. The case back is held down with 6 screws. And then, of course, you have that Sellita beating away inside there. 26 joules, 4 hertz movement, around 40 hours of power reserve. All right, let's pop this on my 7¼ inch wrist. So at launch, and I hesitate to even bring this up, but I have to tell you this. And this is where, I don't want to say fear of missing out is validated, because you can always get another watch. You can always, find maybe on the secondary market, but sometimes with these micro brands, they don't pop up on the secondary market because they're so dispersed amongst the community. It can be challenging to find them later on. So it's often wise to take advantage of launch discounts. Well, this one did have a launch discount, and it was a pretty good discount over the retail price, which is $999 for the retail price. So it's still a $1,000 watch. It's a lot of money for a watch, but like I said, these are not off-the-shelf parts. This is a full custom build, and it really comes through. And then maybe it matters to you, maybe it doesn't, but the display box is actually pretty nice as well. So, like I said, I'll put a link in the description down below. Check it out. I sent him an email because I noticed when I was making this video, it was on the last day of the launch. I'll probably forward this video and try to get it posted as quick as possible. I asked him if he had any plans of extending that launch deal. So maybe, just maybe, you guys can get a deal on it. You know what? Maybe I'll just post this thing right now. Maybe I'll go old school like I used to. I used to make a video and I'd post it right away. Maybe I'll just post this sucker right now. It's actually December 14th. We still have a few hours left. Yeah, I'm just going to post it right now so you guys can see this right now, because there's a lot of enthusiasts out there that like to take advantage of these deals, and here's one right here. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.